Sophia, are you ready to go out in service?
This is Sophia of Caleb and Sophia. If you're not familiar with the series, it was created by Jehovah's Witnesses as children's propaganda. They use it to convince children that Jehovah's Witnesses are right about everything. Now, in this set of episodes that I wanted to take a look at, they're trying to convince children that they should be going door to door, knocking on their friends' doors, convincing them Jehovah's Witnesses are right. Kind of depraved, if you ask me, but okay, let's watch. This is how it starts. This is one of the early episodes, lesson 5. I think they're up to 47 now, and they've been doing it for years. So let's see what they have to tell children, young children, about knocking on doors.
Sophia, are you ready to go out in service? What's in your bag?
It's like Dora the Explorer ripoff. This is happening, or this is very similar to how Dora the Explorer operated at the time. I'm not sure when this came out. Probably 2015, maybe, I would guess. Somewhere in there. 2012 is when it started, my mistake. And this is episode 5. I think they do one per month, maybe. I don't even think that it's on a strict schedule, so... yeah, this is like 2012. That's crazy. You know, Dora the Explorer teaches children useful life skills or new languages or whatever. It's valuable to children. What's this teaching them? This is teaching them nothing more than you should go in service. You should knock on doors. You should harass other people around you and make them believe like you. From a young age. Get them as young as possible.
Looks like you're missing something. What do you need for service?
Service is what they call door knocking.
Very good. You need your
That's their Bible. That's their translation.
Bible for service. Do you need anything else?
See what I'm saying? This appeals to very little kids. They will do anything to drag young children into their belief system. This is childhood indoctrination, plain and simple.
Kids, can you help Sophia? Which one does she need for service?
Magazines!
That's right, kids. Sophia, one more thing. How will you remember the people we meet? Very good.
Yeah, so I went and did all of this when I was little, too. I had a little bag. Mine was kind of like an orange bag. It was a faux leather type of deal that I got from my brother. And it had, you know, a list of return visits, a list of houses that I visited in successive order. It had the magazines, the Bible, the Kingdom Ministry. I had the whole 9 yards. I had pens, pencils. I was prepared to go harass people in the neighborhood. And I did. I harassed the shit out of them.
Do you have a pencil? Excellent, Sophia. I think you're all set. Kids, what do you think? Is she ready?
Yes!
Okay, let's go practice what you're gonna say.
I'll tell you what really sucks is coming across somebody that you know in the door knocking thing in service. Somebody that you go to school with, you knock on their door and you say, hey, I'm a Jehovah's Witness, as you probably already knew, because that's literally all I talk about when I'm at school, and I want to convert you. That's a quick way to get bullied. Trust me on that one. Anyway, they did a whole series of these. So Caleb and Sophia can kind of be split up into a number of different styles or types or subjects of video, right? I split them up into values that they want to instill in people, doctrinal beliefs that they hold, like about birthdays or what happens when somebody dies or whatever other thing, and reinforcing the fear-mongering aspect. Those are kind of the three main aspects of it. So this one is just going in service. I guess this is just procedural, teaching them how to be a Jehovah's Witness. They have a series on that one too. Okay, check this one out. This one is a little bit further in the future, lesson 32. It's called Be Good in the Ministry. Let's give this one a listen. I think this one is probably from around 2018, somewhere in there.
So you are excited to go out in service. Do you think you are ready? Not so fast. Before you go in the ministry, there's a few things we need to go over.
So they're kind of making it out like it's a privilege to go in service and you're not ready. You have to prepare for this and stuff like that. But you saw Sophia just a few minutes ago doing this at presumably the age of what, 5, 6 maybe? I mean, that's who that was intended for. Hell, maybe 4. That's who that episode was intended for. With the, what does she need next? Magazines. That whole Dora the Explorer thing. That was intended for very young children. This is not a privilege. This is you giving away your free labor to an organization that gobbles it up like a monster. They don't care about your well-being ultimately. They care about getting your labor, in my opinion. Oh, and also, I placed my first tractor when I was 2. I've been going door to door since I was a baby. Literally, since I was a baby. So there isn't like a, so you think you're ready to type of deal. No, they want you to go. Anyway, let's keep listening.
We need to go over. First, we must learn the 3 P's.
The 3 P's?
Yes, preparation, personal appearance, and proper behavior.
Okay, there's got to be a joke in here somewhere, right? Somebody fill that in for me in the comments.
First, preparation. Preparation is the first pillar of success in the ministry. Every job requires the proper tools. When it comes to tools for preaching, the variety might seem intimidating, but never fear. We have the teaching toolbox. Finding the right tools is easier than ever.
Yeah, here's another thing about this show. Nobody can place the dad's accent. Nobody knows where the dad is supposed to be from exactly. It's like it's a mix of a number of different accents. I would chalk that up to just having an actor from diverse backgrounds, like a voice actor for the dad. But everything in this is very intentional and specific. Everything in this is set up a very specific way for specific, important, intentional reasons. That is the nature of propaganda, particularly Jehovah's Witnesses propaganda. So I'm not really convinced that this is just the voice actor's voice, and that's just what it is. I don't know what reason they have for making it such a weird, ambiguous accent, though. Maybe so that it appeals to, like, a high number of people? Same reason that they make Caleb's skin dark, but not too dark, because they want to appeal to, like, Middle Eastern people and Latin American people and South American people and American, U.S. citizens and stuff. I don't know. Just something I'm knocking around. Let me know what you think.
You have your tools? Make sure and practice your presentation before you leave the house. Wouldn't want to be preparing on the doorstep. Now that you are well prepared, it's time to talk about personal appearance.
They do take this whole thing pretty seriously.
How we look is very important because we represent Jehovah. Getting ready for the ministry, we need to make sure our appearance is saying the right things. Jehovah wants your appearance to be well-arranged and modest. What that means is that we look and smell clean. Our clothes fit well, but not too well.
Now that's an odd thing to mention, right? That's a really weird thing to put in a kid's cartoon. There's a governing body member named Tony Morris who, as we found out, has now been fired from the governing body. We don't know why he was fired or anything, but oh my God. He was running this Caleb and Sophia thing in large part, and he just got fired just like that, out of the blue. No explanation, no reason, no nothing. Just he's gone. He's no longer a member of the governing body. It was a big deal. It was a shakeup. So anyways, here's why that little section about pants that fit well but not too well was in this in the first place. Tony Morris went on a crusade, a straight-up crusade against tight pants. Dude hates tight pants, apparently. This is from 2015, and this is Tony Morris, by the by. Listen to this.
So it's not that you don't dress nice to fit your physique, that's fine. That's what Max and I do. What's wrong is this extremely tight pants. It's not appropriate for a Christian. And I want you brothers to think about this. Do you remember that many homosexuals are in the clothing industry and doing the designing? Don't you know they love it when you're wearing tight pants? Oh yeah, you chuckle. I don't think it's funny. I think it's disgusting.
So that's Tony Morris and his bizarre obsession with tight pants. That's why this scene made it into this in the first place.
Our clothes fit well, but not too well.
Really, it's so embarrassingly painful. I can't stand it. I wonder if we're going to see any mentions of tight pants anymore through any of their materials. Because there's a minute there where Tony Morris was fitting it in everywhere he could. He's fitting it in Caleb and Sophia videos. He's fitting it in dramas, video dramas that they release, fitting it in the Watchtowers, the Awakes, everywhere. Tight pants, tight pants, tight pants. And now he's fired. I have to wonder if we'll see more of it. Was this a lone crusade that he was going on? Or is this something that Jehovah's Witnesses, or like the other governing body members, agreed with him on?
But not too well. Our hair is done. And we aren't drawing too much attention to ourselves. Looking sharp, my son. Now it's time to talk about proper behavior.
Okay, so the first one was preparation, and then there was like a toolbox. I don't know what the toolbox is supposed to be doing for us. And then it was, wait, what were the other things? Let's just go back on the list. What were the 3 Ps? I forget. Personal appearance, right. So preparation, and there's just a toolbox, and then personal appearance, and now we're on proper behavior, okay?
Proper behavior. Our conduct while in the ministry is another way we can bring praise to Jehovah. So make sure you are on your best behavior. Avoid talking or laughing loudly, playing around, or intruding on anyone's property or privacy.
Yeah, they take things real seriously. You're supposed to just stand there completely silently. You can talk and say whatever you want when you get into the car again. But if you're outside the car, you make pleasantries, you mention the beautiful garden they have. If you're overheard, you want them to overhear you saying something positive about their house. That's basically the idea. So yeah, this is pretty accurate. They take this seriously.
Or intruding on anyone's property or privacy. Also, no eating at the door. Remember, when we go door to door, people see us.
I can't even imagine a circumstance in which somebody would eat at the door. The culture is such that you just don't do anything except for smile and talk about how beautiful the house is while you're outside the car. I feel like they mentioned no eating at the door for a reason. Did something happen? Is this like a tight pants situation? Has somebody been eating at the door? Did Tony Morris eat at the door? Is that why he was kicked out of the governing body? What an odd thing to put in there, right?
Remember, when we go door to door, people see us. And good behavior gives a good witness. We would never want to give anyone a reason to find fault with our ministry.
Can I go out in service now?
Yes, looks like you are ready. It's time.
No, he didn't prepare. I can't tell you how many hours I spent. They had this document called the Kingdom Ministry, and it was, 4 pages long or something, and every publisher, which means everyone who is, qualified to go in service and knock on doors and stuff, had a copy, right? I was an unbaptized publisher by, I think, the age of 8, and then I got baptized, I think, at 14, which was actually pretty late, but I was the first in my congregation to get baptized. Well, anyways, if you're born into the religion, you've been knocking on doors, whether you're an unbaptized publisher or not, since you're a baby. Like me, I placed my first tract when I was 2. But if you're an outsider, you have to specifically qualify to knock on doors. They have to make sure you know the 3 Ps and stuff, They assume your parents will teach it to you if you're doing the door knocking when you're a baby. So anyways, unbaptized publishers all get this document called the Kingdom Ministry, right? And it's 4 pages long, and in the back, it has suggestions for greetings that you can do at the door. Like, God, I don't know. Let me just see. Let me see. Maybe I can make up a greeting for a magazine real quick to give you guys an example. Watchtower and Awake. Okay, November 2022. That's weird. Do they only have one magazine now? Okay, here's an example. So this magazine, this Watchtower, this is probably what they'll be passing out at the door. It's called Mental Health, Help from the Bible, right? And it has a number of articles in it. God cares for you, prayer, throw all your anxiety on him, comfort from the scriptures. And they try to make these magazines, these subjects, things that everybody will be interested in, right? Things that will appeal to a high number of people. Everybody deals with feeling unloved at one time or another in their lives, right? Everyone deals with mental health at some point. Anxiety, depression, things like that. So what you do is you would try to jump into an introduction in a very polite way that isn't accusatory, doesn't assume anything about the person, but shows that maybe they could benefit or they know someone who could benefit from this lesson. So you walk up and you say to them, "Hi, my name's Owen. This is my friend Jeff," or something like that. "We're going door to door talking to your neighbors about mental health. We've seen a lot of troubling stuff in this world lately, haven't we? A lot of people suffering, a lot of anxiety and depression going around right now." You just kind of imply that this is an issue going around and not directed at them. And say, "Well, we have this magazine here that talks about mental health and what the Bible has to say about it. Would you be interested in taking a look at these? Free of charge, not selling you anything. You don't have to take it if you don't want, but we would be glad to talk to you more about this if you would want to." And then usually they say, "Not interested," and slam the door. But every now and then, 1 out of 100 times, you get somebody that says, "Okay, I'll take the magazines, just to be nice, whatever." And that's when you mark them down as a return visit. This is somebody who didn't immediately slam the door in your face. That means they want you to come back, right? You have to explicitly and specifically tell them, "Do not come back. I don't want to hear from you again." If you don't, they're just going to keep coming back. So anyways, the Kingdom Ministry would have a little thing, a little blurb in the back that gives you example introductions like I just gave. And you're supposed to practice those. That's what the preparation part is all about in this. You're supposed to like go through it and learn it and memorize it even. And repeat it verbatim if that's what it takes. But be prepared, don't get flustered, and hand out as many magazines as humanly possible. That's what it's all about in these people's minds. So anyway, let's keep listening here.
It's time to put the 3 P's to the test.
Hi, my name's Caleb. What's your name?
Hi, Caleb. My name.
See, that's the mom. This is them practicing. That's what I was talking about. They do this exact thing. I knocked on door like this, I knocked on the side of the door frame practicing with my family. Just like this. I did this exact thing. What a colossal waste of time, right? What was the point? How did I benefit from that? I didn't. You know who benefited? Jehovah's Witnesses, the organization. They extracted minutes of my life from me that I will never get back. Just absurd, and they're doing this to children. They did this to this child. Sad stuff, man. It doesn't stop there. Caleb and Sophia has put a heavy focus on convincing young children that this is what they should be doing with their free time. There's even more than just the 3 that I have here. Let's take a look at this one. Lesson 44, don't give up.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I have a great video about God's promise for the earth.
Oh, I guess they're showing videos now. Yeah, they don't want people making up introductions, presumably. They want them to receive the message directly from the Watchtower Society, not from the people. That doesn't surprise me. Very top-down, strict, hierarchical structure where the people feel like they're giving their input. The people at the door feel like they're creating their own introduction and all that stuff, but really, everything is copied directly from Jehovah's Witnesses. There is no room for movement. There's no creative license with this. You do exactly what the Watchtower Society wants you to do, and deliver the exact message they intended. That's how it works. It's how it's worked from the beginning, honestly. The Jehovah's Witnesses are famous for using early technology to their advantage. All the way back in the 1900s when they were doing this, they used to carry around portable phonograph machines, you know, the big horn with like the disc or the cylinder, and you stick the needle on it like an old record kind of, but it was like the primitive sound recording technology. Jehovah's Witnesses recorded the founder, Charles Taze Russell, recording a message for people at the door, and they would play that message back for them on a phonograph, a portable phonograph, really. So it feels like there's creative license to Jehovah's Witnesses. There is not at all.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I have a great video about God's promise for the earth.
Oh, sweetheart, thank you. I'm not interested.
That's pretty common. That one was really nice, though. That was a super nice person. She just said, I'm not interested, and shut the door. She wasn't rude. But they want you to feel rejected anytime they want you to tie your personal success to the group's success. This is part of being in a cult. Where the group is succeeding, you're succeeding, and vice versa. This is an example of the cult failing. You feel like a failure. And they know that, and that's why they're making this video in the first place.
And you can read the Bible and watch videos.
Really busy, kid.
See, this is another example of how they view the world. Sloppy, disgusting, uncaring.
Can we take a break?
Yeah.
A break already?
They're feeling discouraged because they keep getting the door slammed in their face. I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
A break might be nice, but before we go, do you remember when Jesus preached? Did everybody listen to him?
No.
So, why didn't Jesus give up?
Because he wanted everyone to hear the good news.
That's right. So, how about we each try another house?
Like this one's going to go any better for them. They're just going to get the door slammed in their face again. 99% of the time, this does absolutely nothing for anybody. This isn't even really how they bring new members in. This door knocking thing really serves to indoctrinate people and get them to actually take action to contribute to the group. When you actually take action to contribute to the group, the sunk costs fallacy kicks in, and people feel like they've invested something. They feel like they can't just walk away because they would have wasted all that time and effort and work and energy. That is really why Jehovah's Witnesses want their people doing this. Most new members are brought in through family members of existing Jehovah's Witnesses and stuff like that. You know, it's not fair to say that they don't bring in any members this way. They do. It's just not very many. It's like, I don't know what the numbers are, but, you know, every 100 people that they visit, maybe one, in my experience, would say, okay, I'll just take the damn magazines. Not really interested in what you have to say, but they're just being nice to take them, you know. And 1 out of 50 of those people eventually said, okay, I'll agree to study the Bible with you. The vast, vast majority of the time, there is no interest, and you're just getting doors slammed in your face the whole time. Or, on occasion, people will straight up argue with you. They'll say, I'm a minister for a Pentecostal religion. This really happened to me. Dude said he handles snakes and stuff, and he knows Jehovah is God's name, but, which it's not. FYI. That's an incorrect translation, but that's a story for another day. But, you know, Jehovah's Witnesses are wrong about everything else and blah, blah, blah. It was pretty interesting to have debates like that. It was actually really intellectually stimulating when I was in the religion, but we're kind of trained to, like, walk away from those situations, if possible. We're trained to have certain specific answers, and if they kind of jump outside the script, outside of the dialogue tree they're offering us, then we just leave. We shouldn't be receiving any mental pushback in the ministry because it's not about debate or learning or even converting others. It's about indoctrinating Caleb and Sophia. Oh, God, this is Caleb's bully at school. Yeah, I went through this a couple times.
Oh, hi, Chuck.
That does not end with a smile on the kid's face. Trust me. I remember. This is not a happy moment that he's experiencing right now. But Jehovah's Witnesses will do everything they can to indoctrinate their children, convince them that this is the right thing to do, and then extract minutes of their life permanently. Minutes that they will never get back. I'm just kind of disgusted by the fact that they're doing everything that they can to convince young people, to convince children in their religion that this is the right thing to do, to offer up free labor to this organization. Just wrong. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. Was in Tucson for a conference last week at University of Arizona. JWs are posted at a different corner every day on campus during spring break. Yeah. They like to find specific spots that they stand and pass out their magazines. I'm in New York City, and they stand right outside the subway entrance that I have to go to every day, or that like my kid has to go to every day. And I've been trying to think of a way to get rid of them, because if they knew who I was, I mean, they hate me. They hate me without even knowing. They believe I'm possessed by demons, in all seriousness. They fucking hate me, even though they don't know me. So I was trying to come up with a way, like, how do I deal with this situation, get them off of my home turf, right? And I have an idea. I got this from the Reddit, the subreddit, XJW subreddit. Somebody over there produced these little things, these stickers that you can print off. There are these, I guess flyers, stickers, whatever. You can order these in sticker form and then stick them up where Jehovah's Witnesses tend to go. Jehovah's Witnesses are the world's largest doomsday cult. Did you know? And then, they show this ABC expose. So every QR code on these things either goes to this ABC documentary with like 2 or 3 million views on it on YouTube, or the XJW subreddit, one or the other. Here's another one. This one's pretty good. Are you one of Jehovah's Witnesses, but some things don't make sense? You're not alone. That's really good. Jehovah's Witnesses destroy lives. So if you stick this, where they're standing, they obviously will not feel comfortable standing in the subway entrance that you have to walk past every single day. Now, I would normally just leave them alone, but they fucking hate me. They want me dead, literally. They pray for and fantasize about me dying, my death. Okay, they don't like me, and I don't want them there anymore. I don't want to have to walk past them anymore to see this shit. So that's something to consider. If you want access to this, you can go to the link tree. I'll post it in the description of this video, and I'll post it in the comments on this thing here. You can order them from the place. You can donate to them, and you can also just straight up download the images directly if you want. I was thinking about giving them away myself on my channel, but I would have to come up with a distribution network if I were to do that. And it's something I'm working on. I'm thinking about it. Indecision 6326. Who voices the dad? I think that might give some kind of idea of what accent he's supposed to have. Nobody knows. As far as I know, we have no idea. They're not open about who the voice actors are, or even who translated their version of the Bible, or anything. We have no clue. It's all just credited to Jehovah's Witnesses, which makes it even more suspicious, A Bible translation is a very academic exercise. If you're going to be doing a Bible translation, it should be PhDs that are doing it, and their names should be listed. But yeah, they hide that information. Bizarre.